So it says, this is the word, so we can say it together. It says, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Now that's where the poem ends. I've added the as at the end. Okay. So hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Okay, so you can think about those words for a sec. So I have made a tune. So I'm going to teach you that. Hope is the thing with feathers. That's our first line. Hope is the thing with feathers. Try that. Hope is the thing with feathers. And again. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. That perches in the soul. Again. That perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words. So a bit of a drop. Sings the tune without the words. I'm just going to put my score on just so I can check I'm doing it right. Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words. I did several different versions of this before I ended up with this one. Without the words, sings the tune without the words. Try that. Sings the tune without the words. And then we've got and never stops at all. And never stops at all. Great. And at the end we have try those two. Great. So I'll sing the whole thing for you and then I'll break it down again. So it goes, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Okay, so yeah, and my daughter says, oh, that sounds a bit Disney. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing for you. But yes, it is. It is kind of it's supposed to sound a little bit bird-like, I guess. So if you want to sound like a Disney princess while you're doing it, feel free. So a line at a time. I'll sing a line, then you copy it. So you've got, hope is the thing with feathers. Your turn. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words, and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all, and never stops at all. Your turn. So what I will say, singing-wise, we have talked in the past about singing, and it's your breath coming past your vocal folds, making them vibrate. So if you think about how sound is formed, things vibrate in order to make sound. If you've done Key Stage 2 or Key Stage 3 science, you will probably know that already. So think about, for example, guitars and guitar strings. When you pluck the strings, they vibrate. That makes the air vibrate, and then the sound wave travels and it's picked up by the little hairs in your ears, which vibrate in turn, etc. And it gets made into electrical signals and carried to your brain. So it's about the air. And so even if you're blowing trumpets or anything like that, it's about things vibrating. So you're either hitting something or it's with the air, or blowing something, or it's with the air that you've got. And so your voice it's your vocal folds in here that are vibrating. So with this you need to open your mouth. basically to let the sound out, to let the vibrating air and the sound waves out. So when we do the ah, I want you to really, like that yawn that we did at the beginning. Ah, ah, okay? So I want a decent sized hole in that mouth, so open it up. Ah, ah, and it's just that flow of air, and you're keeping that flow of air really simple and just keeping it going. Okay, so let's try it once just with me, and then I'll put the recorded track on. Here we go. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Ah, ah, ah. And again. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Ah, ah. Great. Okay, so we're going to sing it with the recorded track, and we're going to do the same thing as we normally do. So we're going to sing it with, the first time with the recorded track, and the second time we're going to wait for the first line, and then we're going to sing it as a round, which is where you sing the same thing, but you just start a little later. And we're going to do it 2 times round as the round, and we'll just stop on our final ah. Other parts will do other things. If you have younger brothers or sisters, or if anyone's watching that is younger, I'm imagining some of you being birds and flying around the room. So if you feel like being a bird and flying around the room while this song is going on, please do. I have that picture in my head. I will imagine you flying around. Here we go. Hope is the thing with feathers